The files. The files. Yeah. We are just announced catalog over on the YouTube channel, and we told everybody that hey, we're working on a couple ways. I lost my card to my camera over there. Announced that designers can now sign up to have access to catalog. We're grant access to it here over the next little bit. And if you are interested in it, you can go over there and we will let you know when catalog is available. You'll be able to upload your files to catalog. Sellers will be able to sell them. And for each print of your file, you will get a royalty. And that will hopefully help designers make money from their files into the broader world. And we will allow those products to actually be made because it's connecting the seller to the designer to the manufacturer, all in one glorious, cohesive batch. So that's good. We are going, more of it will be coming out here. We got the feedback. All the. What do you guys want to talk about today? We got all kinds of things coming through. Yeah, the designers catalog is going to be a big unlock for designers because it's going to let things like this finally, and like this. I've got koozies around me. This is what I have. Things like this and things like this finally be able to see the light of day because designers generally are not very good sellers, especially of the physical products, nor do they want to deal with the making of them. But they want to design cool stuff because this is cool stuff. But now with the coalescence of designers and sellers and teleport, anyone will now be able to get access to real 3D printed products because now the designs that otherwise would have been manufactured with like the designer just getting the commercial license cost for like $5, they now actually get a royalty from all of these. So there's just a better income stream for them. Aloha from Hawaii. Can we ship filament here yet? No, sorry. We don't ship international. And I was down in Hawaii. I don't even think you guys take American money. So we can't, we can't throw exceptions yet. We did just release also PCTG over on Tangled filament. So for the folks watching over here, we just got PCTG loose, $50 per kilogram over on Tangled filament. And yeah, it's available there for pre-order. We're going to do a pre-order here for 2 weeks. Make sure there's enough demand for it. And if there's not, we'll just refund everybody, and that'll be quick and easy. Or there will be enough demand, and then we'll ship it all out here in 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks. It's been a little bit already. Tuesday. So we're not that far into all this stuff yet. So yeah, there's all that. It's called TUFF. Yes. It is called TUFF. To be fair, on Tangled, we are calling it PCTG because that's what people know. But I told the guys to get that listing updated. So this thing over here will eventually say TUFF, Black Pro PCTG. And we'll get our own branding on board with it all. For those who are new, TUFF stands for, whoopsie daisies. TUFF stands for tough unnamed flippin' filament. How is TUFF layer adhesion? Really good because it's PCTG. Really good strength in between. Yeah, so it's really durable. It's got more flexibility than PLA, and more durability and chemical resistance. It's not as emissive as ABS. Still prints at the same temperatures as PETG. It's just a pretty robust material on the whole. So yeah, PCTG is available over at tangledfilament.com and is rolling from there. Yeah. What else, folks? What do we want to talk about? We got we got to find out what the news is because I got to do a podcast tomorrow. What's in the news right now? What's big 3D printing news? Printing news. Let's see this. I'm loving it. There's catalog. There's all this stuff that we're doing, but I don't want us to be the ones in the news because like we're supposed to be doing other stuff. There should be other people making news. Oh yeah, there you go. Pro PCTG is emerging as the go-to material for durable, impact-resistant 3D printed parts for 3D printing industry. Yep, there we are. We just turned it loose. New TPU material for footwear. Protopost explores quantum dot technology and experimental 3D printing filament. Techna receives CAD 1.5 million. Yeah, none of that's really news. Hadrien additive. Hadrien has started doing metal printing like they should. Good. Oh, this is news. I'm going to read about this because Hadrien's a cool company. Has launched Hadrien Additive, a new division focused on delivering production-ready, scalable additive. Hadrien Additive extends the company's Opus factory platform to include additive manufacturing systems built for sort of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Hadrien's a really well laid out company. Like, to be fair, I don't know what their valuation is right now. The new division is led by Matthew Parker. Additive manufacturing. Is that Matthew Parker? No. No, he's the founder. To put the launch of Hadrien Additive in perspective, Hadrien has rapidly scaled since its founding in 2020. In mid-2025, Hadrien closed a $260 million Series C funding round, bringing total capital raised close to $500 million to support expanded production and research initiatives. The company currently operates multiple California factories, Hawthorne, Torrance, and a 250,000 square foot facility in Mesa, Arizona. DoD strategy. Yeah, they worked really hard as a DoD supplier. Interesting. Only becomes strategic when it's industrialized, Parker said. Hadrien Additive is designed as a production system from day one, integrated with our factory stack and capable of scaling as demand grows. Yep. Today I'm just here to say I really love the factory background, but please never do multiple cuts of close, far, close, far, close. What is your opinion on PBA? Oh, PBA. Sorry. Those walk and talk videos always kind of roll around. But yeah, we talked about catalog, which is our way of trying to protect designers' files. Inside of Teleport, designers will be able to submit files that other sellers can sell prints of, but no one will ever have access to the files. Slant 3D is the only one with access to the files. So it will protect the designers, and if they ever want to turn off a file, they can. Like, they have full control of their product, which they created. And it's really been interesting because there was a lot more like negativity down in the things of everybody's like, oh, I don't like this because freedom of files. And I'm like, so you're okay having STLs stolen from designers so that you have free access to them? I'm like, so you're okay BitTorrenting movies and music and everything else? And in all fairness, a lot of us have used files, music, movie, written, anything else that we did not pay for. I get that. It is the internet. This is part of it. Piracy is kind of a part of the way stuff goes, but it shouldn't be the only part. And right now, file piracy in 3D printing is at the stage of file piracy in 1999 with music. And I think what we've done is created through Catalog and Teleport the iTunes store for 3D models, to where people have access to the distribution through printing and shipping of stuff. Sellers can promote it the way music labels would. And designers, the artists, actually see remuneration from their creations because they get a royalty from every one of these things sold. So they know what their value is and they know how many streams there are. So yeah, catalog should be a big unlock for designers to really protect them. Symbatron seems to be more promotion than substance versus the other two. What are we talking about? On this topic of PBA, which manufacturers do you recommend? Seems like the most popular are Amelin, Sirotech, and Symbatron. I don't know anything about the I want to say Pebe. No, I wanted to say Pebe, but I can't. PBA, also terrible name, like PCTG. Terrible name, awful name. Punchy's Lab. Have you thought of partnering with popular STL repository sites to offer print on demand? Yes, Punchy's Lab. We are working on that in a few different areas. I can't talk about any of that stuff publicly, though. We're working on it. That's as far as I can go. NFT technology would be a solution for file piracy, sort of. It allows tracking of the copies, but it doesn't really stop you from making a copy. And the only way to prevent, here's the thing: you never stop piracy. People can always work around it. I can go buy one of these things and then reverse engineer it. That will always be a thing. Just like I can listen to a Taylor Swift song and then create a cover of it or embellish it or whatever. And yes, AI causes all the problems. But simply not having the file floating around online the way like Thangs and certainly Patreon or a DIY website that goes to a Google Drive link, that actually allows control of the files to where a designer can turn them on, turn them off, allows the designer a way more sustainable way of interacting, because designers can have seasonal models that are only available during Christmas. So sellers can only sell them during Christmas. And then the designer can turn them back on in the new year. And since the seller can't just download the file and then camp on it and save it for when they're ready, they have to use it via teleport. The designer knows which items are selling well. The seller gets to find cool files and work through all of them. And it's integrated so that sellers don't have to go over to someplace else, find the files, drag them over here, upload them to teleport, blah, blah, blah. It's much more cohesive and enjoyable for everybody. And the designers know which files are popular based on what normal people want, not just what 3D printing nerds want. So real functional and useful types of items can be made that can go so much bigger than anything else. So I'm really excited for what this does for file protection and designer income, because it creates another way for designers to earn a living. And not enough designers earn a living creating stuff. I'm really enjoying PCTG. Great, terrible name. From American Filaments, seems less stringy than PETG out of the box. But man, the bed adhesion is a real problem without something like glue stick. Weird. I've never seen a bed adhesion problem with PCTG. Make sure your bed is clean. But if you put glue stick over it, it's going to be tough to get the bed clean. On holidays in Spain. Good times, man. Go holiday. What are you doing watching this? Get off YouTube. Look at all the scenery around you. You're in Spain. Everything's like 10 feet from you. If we're not going to have everyone has a 3D printer, I think if designers have it linked to things like teleport, it would probably mostly fix stealing. I agree. Yeah. Teleport gives sellers scale because they get a factory with 1,000 machines. Designers get distribution because there's sellers now who can sell. And everybody gets the benefit from the factory so that things can actually get made. Oh, you're in the airport. Yeah, there's no scenery there. Is there a new website that I can create a model for 3D printing? You can go to stlbash.com. We made a model over there. And once you make the model, you can upload it to teleport, and that can go over there. And all these things will be awesome. Since Slant 3D focuses on single material prints, what's a good way to protect users' hands from glass or carbon fiber for prints that need rigidity? If you're using carbon fiber, that is a risk of carbon fiber. That being said, we haven't turned loose carbon fiber yet, and glass fills haven't been turned loose yet either, but that's generally only for really high fill ones. If you're designing a product to be made with carbon fiber, you should design the product so that people know it's carbon fiber and respect that it's carbon fiber. If they don't know that, don't make a carbon fiber baby rattle, because that's not great. But yeah, it's mainly just making sure you design with intent. If your part requires carbon fiber and is not a car part where people are just like, oh, it's carbon fiber, should probably glove up or something. As far as like the debris or lacquer it or whatever. Just know your audience, and that solves a lot of those problems. CF is the new asbestos. That's a slight exaggeration. CF is not nearly as ubiquitous as asbestos was. But carbon fiber certainly has a little bit of dusting that comes off. But it's not that bad, because you have to realize that carbon fiber in filament is encased in a resin already. So it's contained. It's not like loose. Asbestos was loose. It was sort of encased in like spackle, but that spackle goes dusty. Carbon fiber doesn't really go dusty or explode in the same way that sheetrock did that was filled with asbestos. So yeah, carbon fiber is not anywhere close to the asbestos of our time. And before that, we had fiberglass, and the people who use these materials simply know how to interact with it. And you don't go lick it after it's fresh. You go mount it on a car someplace or on a boat. Is there things that can be added to the print, like a cylinder, rod, or bolts mid-print? Yeah, you can add third-party parts to prints inside a teleport. And if you're on enterprise tier, we can do a pause and restart if you want it. Yeah, that's part of that flow. Insta, what do you guys got? How's it going, folks? Whole bunch of people. Ooh, I can do sparkles. All these features all over the place that are not available on YouTube. It's so interesting to see how the different platforms interact. We've got mobile over here. Oh, I asked this in an email but never got a reply. You talked about instant refund with teleport and portals. What is available? But is it available within the API? I'm not sure right off the top of my head. I think so, because teleport and everything else is on there. So check the documentation. It'll have order processing stuff. If it's not, in the moment, API orders are weird because a lot of people who use the API use like generated files. And a generated file, we don't have any sort of approval process on, because you can submit anything you want through the API, but then you get what comes out of the API. So refunds and cancellations are less easy to do, because we have no way to make sure that people aren't just throwing in garbage, having us print garbage, and then canceling garbage. In Teleport, there's the file kind of approval process when it's uploaded. So if you're running an application on the API, you need to have checkers in place to minimize your return rate. So that is kind of the responsibility of the developer, not really the responsibility of us. You need to make sure that your parts are printable. So in Teleport, we're able to do it because we do checks on printability, and we're willing to take the risk and that kind of stuff on it. But if you're using our API, that risk is on you, because you're the one interacting with the customer at the upload of the file. So you can upload a file crooked or whatever else it was. You need to build a UX and a file generator that operates within that. I caught the stream at the wrong time. Good night, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. In a way, I'd say it is worse with asbestos. We had the excuse of not doing with CF. We know very much. So again, guys, like CF, 3D printing with CF isn't throwing a huge amount of carbon fiber out into the air. It's not dust. Don't go lick your part, but it's fairly reasonable. And it's not, CF is not like outgassing or anything like that. It's a particle, so it settles. Again, be reasonable. Don't go lick your build plates and that kind of stuff. But literally the dust in the air is not good for you, because it's a physical particle that tears at your body. CF, certainly there's certain things out there that could be an issue, but it's not as big as like people think it is, because it just doesn't, it's not as loose as like asbestos is. I've seen pictures of CF stuck in the skin from a finished part. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Design the part appropriately. Don't let the part shatter. But yeah, CF will be there. And yes, they'll have little specks of dust under your skin, but like, who cares? You're allowed to get splinters under your skin. Asbestos, and the reason CF and asbestos are bad is because they are effectively forever particles. They don't break down inside your body. Fiberglass, asbestos, carbon fiber all do this stuff, which is why if you're working within carbon fiber itself or with fiberglass where it throws up dust and that kind of stuff, you carry respirators, because the danger of those things is you breathe it in and then those hair-like fibers that don't break down get into your lungs and they just tear away at you. That is the problem with asbestos. That's mesothelioma, which all folks are always looking for. But having it under your skin isn't a problem. Your skin is designed to get rid of splinters. A carbon fiber splinter of any significance is treated exactly the same as a wooden splinter of anything. The body cases it off, starts to push it out, and it's fine. So it's not dangerous on your hands. Just, yeah, don't stab yourself with it, but you've got other problems if you do that. The particulate contamination at like fingertips doesn't matter. You can touch carbon fiber all day long. It's very possible one of the airplanes you flew in recently was made of carbon fiber. Like, it's a very ubiquitous material. And yeah, it just needs to be handled appropriately. And 3D printing carbon fiber does not create a wild exposure risk. You're excited too about the PCTG announcement? Though, have you considered sending the filament to creators for reviews? You'd likely rapidly increase your market presence, might cause too much of a surge. Oh, Ben, it's not a surge problem anymore. We're well ahead of all that kind of stuff. We don't send it to creators. Creators can get a hold of it, but we don't do ancillary marketing outside of our channel for it. The rule with Tangled, the only way Tangled works is that we don't pay for promotion. And it'd be great to send it to creators, but creators don't respond unless you pay for them. Like the days of the internet, of the YouTube, where you could send somebody a $10 thing and they would make a video about it, are kind of over. So we've tried to do things with creators before of like, hey man, want to try out Teleport and make a video? And they're just like, yeah, it costs $1,000. I'm like, dude, you have 1,000 subscribers. You're not worth $1,000. And he's like, nah, this is the rate right now. I'm like, okay, well, we're not sponsoring you for that because we have a bigger YouTube channel than you. But like, that's the thing with this YouTube channel. Quite frankly, we reach everybody inside of the 3D printing community most times. We will probably turn out a video about the PCTG exclusively. But the issue with it is that this channel is very kind of sacred to us now, and we don't want to dilute it with a PCTG video, because that's not what we do. We work on Teleport. We print parts for people. We allow designers anywhere in the world to manufacture their product on demand so that awesome items can be made. And selling PCTG doesn't help with that. The last CF submarine. Oh, yes. Carbon fiber is not meant for repeated compressive loads. Is there nylon bushings, ball, or ring bearings available as third-party parts? Sure, if you ask for them. Send us an email of which ones you need, and we can probably get them added in. Are there hundreds of parts in third-party parts right now? I think there's hundreds of parts in third-party parts. Like, it's amazing how good Teleport is right now. Like, Teleport has all kinds of features that literally do not exist anywhere else. You can have hundreds of parts that you can add into your kits, from magnets to wireless chargers to lamps to ball bearings to drywall screws or anything that you ask for. There are now hundreds of files over there that you can start selling, which you immediately have commercial license for. So you can just add those to your store. And it has the functionality like instant refund. So if we screw up a print, you immediately get your money back. So you know that we're always on your side and you have full control of that. 99% of orders ship out in under 2 days, and you have 1,000 3D printers working for your business. All of these things are just exceptional features of Teleport, to where they just unlock so much for your 3D printing business that has never been possible before, to where now you can just upload a file and it's being sold regardless of what it may be. And you have all of this functionality and all this capability right at your fingertips. And then the free tier, you get a portal, which is a hosted website with your items listed on it. So you can literally start selling in 30 seconds. Like, all of that is magical. Teleport is so OP'd right now that it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, the functionality of Teleport, just, we keep on adding more. Like, you can even do custom packaging in a way. Like, you can do custom insert cards and they are printed and shipped with the item. All of it is cool. Dang, gonna need to go to McMaster-Carr optimization with all those parts. Yes. This is a thing. Oh, weird. Nah, this is a problem. Like, we're dealing with this right now. We're like, oh man, we're gonna have 1,000 models on Teleport here in a few weeks or a few months. How is everybody gonna navigate all of those? Like, an alphabetical list doesn't quite do it. So we're trying to figure out how to make browsability a thing. we're probably going to have to build, like you say, a McMaster car, basically a separate UI to where you can kind of go shop for parts that are then added to your teleport store as you need them, rather than directly accessible inside of the teleport store. Have you seen Printy? They are comparing to your print program and saying that they are better, but I think that is just BS. Yeah, it's kind of BS. For the very simple reason that like 50 machines is not the same as 1,000 machines. That's the main difference, I would say there. Just the fact that you have scale, and it's not a person in their side hustle thing. The professionalism between teleport and alternatives is pretty stark. Does that refund apply to third-party parts such as the LED light or phone charger? Or can it be replaced if one of those are defective for the customer outside of print? If one of those are defective for the customer, right now the refund applies to the entire order, so it does apply to those items, but those items are not the fails. So that's how we deal with it. But yeah, inside of teleport, even components are part of that. Here's the thing, like with the instant refund, it's very open and wide and broad. But if somebody's bad at it, like we did have, like one of the things I like with the refund policy is that people can basically get free prototypes. You can send your random ass part to us, and we can try to print it. And if it doesn't come out well, you can get a refund for that. And then you can make adjustments to your design and run it again. Here's the thing with that, though. My thing with that is if you need to make adjustments to your design to make it printable, that's not really our fault. So we've had people who would run a part and then cancel it, and then run a part and then cancel it, and then run a part and then cancel it, and then run a part and then cancel it. Basically using us for prototyping without ever like selling a part. And that flags deactivation of your account because you're abusing the thing. Like instant refund, we want to make sure that we are making the part well for you. But if you keep on sending the same part or keep on canceling every order, that's just fraud. Like that's just misusing the system. So we don't, at that point, we may have to deactivate your account because we need to be able to make a living off people. And it's not everybody else's job to subsidize your thing. And if we're a bad fit, we're a bad fit and you shouldn't be using us. So all of those things are fine. AI aided search might help find parts, but I'm sure your insane team has already thought of that. We've thought of that idea conceptually, but like AI search is like, I'm looking for this type of thing. And the AI doesn't know that much about the 3D models because right now we don't really have a description of the files. Right now we just have title and like category of the files when they're submitted. We will have to add out descriptive text about them as a little bit here. Well, here's like the evolution of files. Right now, we're just making files available. So you got to go find out what the file is, take a close look at it, see if it's a thing you want, yada, yada, yada. But from those files, you don't really know what third-party parts need to be included, if any. You don't know any of this kind of stuff. So it's on. Oh, by the way, oh, shoot. Guys, what is a lamp brand? What is a really expensive lamp? Let me go back to that real fast before I squirrel over here. More information will be added to files as we go along. We mainly just want to get the files right now so that people can use those. That's minimum viable product. Once those files are available, then okay, we need to build out descriptions of them. We need to build out product photos of them, which we will either generate or people will submit. And then we need to generate like descriptions of the product itself. So can you, inside of Teleport, can you just list directly to your store? Like pick an item and say list to my Etsy and it's for sale. We will probably end up getting there. But right now, the main thing is just getting the files in and making sure that designers are getting flow from it. Need a duct tape versus WD-40 style decision tree for parts search. Oh, what's up? Scroll over there. I'm stealing that. Yeah. speaking of the squirrel, I need everybody look over my shoulder who's on regular desktop stream. Expensive lamp. Stupid expensive lamp. We want to do a lamp video. Oh, there's a stupid expensive lamp. That's not that expensive though. Thrifted designer lamp. Oh, there we go. There's an interesting lamp that's expensive. It's $700. What's another stupid expensive lamp? Does anybody? Ooh, the Dyson lamp. Is there a Dyson? Oh, there is a Dyson lamp. It's not very 3D printable though. It's a rail. I did mess with. There was a DIY I think he called it DIY lamp that was designed by a YouTuber, and he was using aluminum extrusion. That's what I was doing. We're gonna probably add aluminum extrusion to third-party parts. And I'm gonna build a whole desk organizing set, but we're working through that. I need lamps. Hold on. Let me write this all down before I forget it. Where's I can't. Well, I can't. Composed. Yeah. Little lamps and desk organizer. Sweet. I have such a good content queue right now. This next week is already all edited and published. Good videos next Tuesday. Really good design video around support fins and other fins. And then next Friday, we got a really good product design demonstration that is just sick. And then we'll probably do another one after that because it's really sick. It's like it's Gridfinity, but better, like way better. Ooh, Louis Paulson, PI5 pennant lamp. Cool. Let me see. Louis Paulson, PH5. Oh, it's $1,300. That's pretty good. It's not very printable. Is there like Orby looking ones? Icon of Danish design. What else has he got? Are there other? Whoa. Oh, it's sheet metal stamped. That's what all their dies are for. Hold on. Let me share this with everybody else. People not on the desktop are missing out. This is kind of cool how this lamp is made right here. This is good that they're showing. Sorry for everybody else who's not involved, but like, wow, that's a real system. That's real manufacturing right there. And I understand why that's an expensive lamp, even if they do have automated production of it all. Wow. But like it also sort of takes away from it a bit. Let's explore. What are the other ones he's got? These are all steel. How come? Wait a second. How do they get a Hitchcock thing? Is the lamp for a specific room? It is for the dining room. The lamps I'm doing are going to be like mood lamps. Yeah, I like these bulbs and stuff. Those are like the ones I'm looking at. Thinking of. Oh, good guy. Good stuff. Collections. Let's see collections. They're all just steel lamps. Like they're good. I mean, like they're good. But like I need something weird. I need like an Orby, like this orb up here floating. I need that one for anybody who's watching. Should I run my printers on Clipper? Totally up to you, dude. If you're building a printer, Clipper's a pretty good choice. Pennant lamps. Let's see pendant lamps. Sconce. Redu. What here pennant? I don't know which ones of these are good or bad. Let's see here. I'm the lamps designs that I want to do. I'm calling the collection primitives. And that's all I'm going to say. But I'm designing a set of lamps that are uniquely 3D printed. And oh, I found the title for the video. Hold on. These lamps should be $1,000. Okay. I've got a set of lamps that I want to design, and we'll turn loose on teleport. Anybody will be able to sell them. But I will Tiffany lamps. Ooh, that might work. Is it rounded containers with corner connectors? No grid underneath required. No. I'm not going to turn loose what it is right now. But yeah, the organizer, the Gridfinity kind of alternative thing that we're doing next week is well, it'll show up next week. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be cool though. It's going to be really cool. Let's see. Do we? Oh, let's go to 3D Print Entrepreneurs subreddit. Anybody have any interesting questions? I just got here. Did the bill get passed? Doesn't matter, Shane. Number one, the bill's not going to get passed until November. And unless you live in Washington, doesn't matter. Can't help you. Nothing we can do about it. Dust off my CAD skills and open an Etsy store. Should be online next week. Sick, Rick. Cool. Yeah, do it. That's the thing. Like all of this stuff, it's going to suck at the beginning. Probably not going to sell anything. Sorry. But the point about it is to start and to just do it and to work at it, and it will get better over time. The trick with business is just like continue to do it. Ooh, MoMA table lamps. Hold on, let me try this. Oh, museum of wait a second. Is this Wooge? Wooge designs a bunch of these. MoMA takes a lot of designs. Oh yeah, the Museum of Modern Art really picks good stuff. Yeah, Wooge, who's a designer on Instagram, Sean, does a really good job. These are weird looking. Hold on, let me share this for everybody else. Yeah, these are weird looking lamps. Ooh, I like that one. The Silva portable lamp. I don't want to do a portable lamp, but it's cool. Oh, I get it now. I've been wondering why these portable lamps have been going around because I follow a lot of industrial design 3D printing guys, and they've been designing these little portable lamps. I'm like, what is that? And it's like, oh, because MoMA is throwing all the inspiration out. Oh, mini wavy recycled plastic table lamp. This is from Woosh. This is Woosh. This is one of Woosh's lamps. Good for them. Make waves anywhere in your home with your undulating mini wavy lamp. Does Woosh have a good video? This be a good video. Come on, Woosh. That's better. Okay. Yeah, this was like their original lamp. Wow. Yeah, Sean. Sean does good work over there. Has a good Instagram. I recommend following it. Is this another Woosh? That looks like it might be another Woosh. Load the rest of the page. Nope, that's just what it is. Interesting. I could make one lamp like this. I probably should just so that people can get a hold of it, but I don't like these. Who makes this one? Kanoko. Wait, no, that's still, yeah, this is still Woosh. This is Woosh. Okay, good. It's Woosh. Good for them. Yeah. What do they do in Office? I want to know what MoMA does for the Office accessories. There's another portable lamp. What are portable lamps a thing? Does anybody out? I know I'm an engineer, but are portable lamps a thing? I would hate having my lamp constantly dying on me all the time because I spend a large amount of time in places. I want my lamp plugged in. All the rest of this stuff is crap. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of these other things. Architect's cubes would be cool. That's kind of sick. And a fake apple. And all the stuff. Oh, that is horrible. Shame on them. That's gross. That's modern design. Ugh. That's not. That's a terrible thing. Ugh. What lamp designs or styles are hard to reliably print or should be avoided? Not really any of them. Like you can make anything with 3D printing really well, so long as you design for 3D printing. So I don't know of like a genre of lamp that's wrong. Here's the funny thing. inside of Teleport, inside of our third-party parts, we've thought about doing a standing lamp base so that you can then do the shade for it that is printed, and then we ship the whole thing. I want to add that in, but we also shouldn't be adding more stuff while it's not interesting. But yeah, I don't think there's any particular lamp design that's like bad. Yeah, a lamp would be rechargeable just like one's phone. Yeah, but you gotta recharge it. Why do you want to? Why? A lamp is next to my big comfy chair, and my chair is not portable. So why would I want my lamp to be portable? And the way they show these things is like, oh, here's the little lamp, and put it next to your book while you're reading. And I'm like, if I wanted to read by a stupid little reading light, I'd go on an airplane and be miserable. I don't want a rechargeable lamp. It's so miserable. But anyhow, postmodern is mostly post-audience. That's fair. I know. Well, yeah, it's going back much more cozy than it used to, which is good. I think minimalist lamps, I'm not a fan of. I think a lamp should have an opinion. And an aluminum bar with a sphere on top of it is very not fun. So yes, the minimalist postmodern sort of stuff is not very much fun. So it's nice that people are getting a little bit squishy with it again. I do appreciate the Gen Z taste on that. Gen Z has terrible taste in fashion. Though at the same time, my generation invented skinny jeans, which is, we're going to have to live with that and burn in hell when that happens. But Gen Z has terrible taste because they're colorblind for one. But they've got good forms. I like chunky, fuzzy stuff. Chunky shoes wasn't right. That's bad. But like, yeah, some of it works. Unless I'm working on a weird spot, I want my lamp hardwired. Yeah, me too. What else? Well, if we're probably going to start wrapping it up here, guys. Go buy some PCTG or tell some friends about your PCTG. It's $22 a spool. Normally, it's like $30 a spool from everyone. As a Gen Z, I can confirm this. Really? You're Gen Z? Awesome. We got the young folks on here. Nice. I'm like on the edge. I'm like almost tip over from millennial into Gen Z, but not quite close enough because I'm in my 30s. Let's see here. Go get PCTG. If you're a designer, go watch that video about how we're protecting files, and then sign up if you want to sign up, and we'll let you know when you can start submitting files and send you instructions and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll roll from there. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff starting to happen. So that should pretty much wrap it up. I don't know of anything else weird or terrible going on. You're one of them sneaky millennials. One of those edge cases. Okay, let's see. That'll do that. Beyond that, we dropped 10 more files into catalog on Teleport today. So that happened. There's some woodworking tools. There's some new phone chargers and some other stuff. Like all of that stuff is now over there in Teleport. So if you're a premium Teleport user, you can get a hold of it, which is pretty much everybody. Most people are using Teleport or premium. And yeah, so that's all there. I think that's all the stuff that's going on, guys. I'll hang out here for like a minute or two more in case people have questions. But I'm gonna go back to work. Excuse me. I need to design a lamp. I want to design a lamp. I'm excited to design a lamp. I want to get to design a lamp. I haven't designed a lamp in a while. I like designing lamps. Lamps are cool. Try multi-matte with your PCTG. I'm hyped for that. Multi-material. Sorry. I thought you said matte as in like matte color. I was just like, what? What's the idea behind catalog files? Catalog files are things that any seller can get a hold of. So they're product designs that you can start selling that other designers have made. And every time you sell one, the designer will get a royalty. Right now, all the catalog files there are primarily from us. We've worked with a couple of designers, but pretty much all of them are from us. And we're giving those files away. We don't get a royalty from those because we want people to have access to good parts and files. So things like this and that kind of stuff are inside a catalog. You can start selling this tomorrow, these can poppers. Catalog is meant to be a way for sellers to get files designers to get paid from the prints of their files, not just from emailing a file to people. And then longer term, it protects designers' files because the designer is the only one with access to it. So they can delete it or add more or whatever, or stop certain sellers from having it eventually. So it allows way more protection for their files in a way that was never possible before. Because right now, designers email a file to people. And you don't want to do that because then you lose your file as soon as you email it to someone. So Teleport never has the file shared. So the designer has full control of it all the time. Need to strengthen a part with micro holes. What size would the holes be? 0.2, 0.2 millimeters or smaller. You can go down as far as 0.1 depending on the slicer, but I generally say 0.2. Half a nozzle width. Okay. All right, guys. Well, sounds good. See y'all later. Have a good one. We're going to head out. Wrap this stuff up, head on out, because today's got things to do. Got living to live. Life to live.